Hey everyone, this is Jessica, and I just wanted to make a video this week about PTSD and everything that anyone should know about PTSD. This is my husband, and he will be helping me contribute to things that everyone should know about PTSD. I wanted to start off by saying that this might be a multi-part video. If you have any questions, concerns, suggestions, or any scenarios that you would like to see regarding PTSD, please comment in regards to this video and I will make several more to go along with it. The first thing that everyone should know in regards to PTSD and dealing with a soldier is to have patience. You must have patience. The second thing, don't ever make them talk. It's something that they're experiencing. It's not necessarily something that they always want to revisit. Don't ever make them talk, and don't ever blame them for how they are feeling. This is something that they need to approach on their own. If they feel forced, it's only going to make things worse. Also, don't be accusatory. Don't say, you this, it's all you, it's not me. Say it is your problem. That's not something that you should ever say. Say things more like, I've noticed you've been feeling this way, you've been acting a little bit differently, what can I do to help? Is there something I can do? I noticed that you are not feeling right. What can I do? Also, another thing that a lot of spouses tend to do that I personally have never agreed on is don't ever do an ultimatum. If they're not feeling well, or they don't want to go to counseling, or they don't want to admit that they have a problem, don't ever say, if you don't go, I'm going to divorce you. Don't ever say, if you don't do this, you're not going to see your child. Don't ever do anything like that. It's only going to push them away. It's only going to make them not want to go even more. Just don't do it. Steer away from it. That's not having patience. That's not letting them take control of the situation. This is not something that you understand because you were not there. This is something that they're dealing with within and that they need to approach on their own.
You also shouldn't be surprised if it's not you that they want to talk to. You're not their go-to comfort person. Because like she said, you weren't the one that's there. You don't understand the emotions. More often than not, it's going to be your soldiers, battle buddies, his friends, his people he's deployed with that he's more comfortable with talking about situations, scenarios, things that are bothering him and why they're bothering him, because A, they understand, B, they may be having the same issues, same problems, and they may know of a way to help them get over it, help them work on it. So you may not be their go-to person, and that shouldn't make you feel bad. That should make you feel at least relieved that they have somebody to go to, have somebody to talk to.
That's one thing that we've personally experienced when he came home from deployment was it's not that he didn't miss me or want to spend time with me, but that he felt more comfortable spending time with the guys that he had spent the last 12 months being around. So while this is a completely different discussion, understand that these guys are going to want to be with people who make them feel comfortable. Not to say that you don't make them feel comfortable, but that you were not there, you don't understand. Just let them have their space. Let them talk to people who they want to talk to and feel comfortable around. One other thing that a lot of people misconceive is that anybody can get PTSD. Any soldier, deployed or not, no matter where they are, anybody is susceptible to PTSD. I've actually heard of people get PTSD who have been just a basic training and not even deployed. Even if you've been deployed but not in a dangerous area, you can still get PTSD. Just because you were not blown up or didn't see anything in particular, you were not shot at, does not mean that you're not going to have some form of PTSD. So, like he said, just be patient. Understand that they're not always going to want to talk to you. Don't ever get mad at them. Don't ever get mad. They're dealing with something that they cannot control. If they could control it, they wouldn't come home and have PTSD. They would be the normal person that they've always been. They would sleep comfortably at night and not have nightmares. This isn't something that they want to do. They want to get the help. It's just that not everybody has the strength within to admit that they have a problem and go forth and seek that help. If this is a problem that you are experiencing, where say it's getting extreme, this person doesn't want to admit they have a problem, you really want them to seek the help, discuss it calmly, like adults, and don't push. Simply mention to them, I think you need to get help. I'm not really sure what else to do, but if you need to talk to a friend, please talk to a friend. If you need to see a counselor, I will help you find one. Offer help, but don't push. Forcing someone to do something that they don't want to do is only going to make them not want to go even more. Anything else?
Your soldier's unit should have access to what's called MFLAG counselors, which are military family life consultants. They're good for spouses, like marriage between like me and her. They're good ways to learn how to communicate between us. If your soldier just wants to talk to somebody objectively who's a professional, they're good for that. It's free, obviously, because it's Army. It's confidential because they're a healthcare provider. So there's all kinds of resources out there for your soldier to get the help that they need, and for you to get the help that you need to keep your marriage strong throughout whatever your soldier's going through. So you just gotta look it up. MFLAG, Army One Source.
Military One Source.
Excuse me, she's correct. Military One Source. See, she knows too, more than I do.
There are plenty of resources out there for yourself as a spouse or a family member or even as a soldier, where if you think someone needs help but you're not sure how to approach it, there's more than enough routes for you to go to get the advice to approach them. Or if they're not sure how to do it, there are plenty of other confidential routes to go to seek the help, counseling, and guidance that you need. So anyone with PTSD has the opportunity to go get help, but taking that first step and getting the help is always the hardest part. It's a lot like depression and anxiety. You don't want to admit that it's there, but it is. So first and foremost, like we've covered a couple times, have patience. Don't ever force them to talk, and don't ever get mad. It's not their fault. They need you to be supportive and loving and not push them away. So if there's any questions or comments or anything else that anyone would like to see covered or know more about, please let us know, and we'll be sure to do another follow-up video in regards to this. Thank you for watching.